I started making videos about 10 years ago, and I know I've had a couple of hiatuses during that time, but I've made my way through a fair number of puzzles during my time as a cuber. I think it's fair to say that I'm quite well qualified when it comes to what is or isn't a good puzzle, and by that I mean, either a puzzle that's good, it's interesting, it's engaging, it serves its purpose as a puzzle, but then there's also the aspect of it where it's badly made, it's not been manufactured properly, it's not been designed properly, and it's a bad puzzle. I am delighted and also horrified to introduce you guys to the Calvin's Puzzle Noah's Ark 4x4 shape mod. This is the worst puzzle I have ever had, ever. It's awful. I don't really know what else to say about it other than that, and I'm gonna show you the puzzle in a second and you'll see exactly what I mean, but without a shadow of a doubt, of the hundreds and hundreds of episodes of Cankerous Solved that I've done and the hundreds of puzzles that I've laid my hands on, this is the worst one I've ever come across, so let's take a look at it. So the puzzle you see before you is not solved, obviously, but this is what it would look like if it was solved, and hopefully we are going to solve this today and then never touch it again. So it's essentially a master pyramorphics and a 3x3 fused into one, except the 3x3 is sort of the 3x3 pieces made out of the corners of a 4x4. So it's an interesting puzzle. We have half 4x4 and half master pyramorphics to create sort of a shape mod, and that's essentially what it is. You can see here I've managed to build all of the centers. So we have the 3 centers of the master pyramorphics, and then we have the 3 centers of the sort of 4x4 n by n sort of side of things, and then I've started to build some of the edge pieces as well. The reason this is partially solved is I was going to solve it myself and then sort of do more of a review type thing, but I realized that this is so poorly made, it's so hard to turn, that once I finish solving this I am never going to touch it again. So I thought I'd better start recording a video now, which is why we're here. Now, before I really do any turns, I just want to explain why this is such a bad puzzle. So this is made, designed, manufactured, mass-produced by Calvin's Puzzles, and I absolutely adore that brand. I think it's brought some really fascinating, independently designed puzzles to the mass production market, and it's made them accessible to so many more people, which is amazing. But this is an exception to that rule, because what's happened here is we've got the Calvin's Puzzle Master Pyramorphics, and then we've got some other mass-produced 4x4. And rather than designing this shape mod specifically to fit those two seemingly incongruous ideas together, it seems they've taken two actually incongruous ideas and stuck them together. And by incongruous I mean they don't go together. The Master Pyramorphics as a solved puzzle is very neat, it's very tidy, it's very clear which layers are which, and that's fine. And the same can be said for a 4x4. When we start to look at the 4x4 pieces, we see where there's a bit of a problem. We have these ridges here. So this is clearly a speed cube 4x4. And we have these ridges to ensure that the puzzle is stable, that it can corner cut, that it can do all of these things, except that's not possible when we have these super neat Master Pyramorphics pieces that don't have these same ridges and that don't agree with the sort of curves and turns and molds of the 4x4 pieces. So that's what I mean by incongruous. We have two different puzzles with different molds, different designs stuck together, and it does not work. So as I said, I've built a few of the edge pieces and all of the center pieces. So I'm going to start solving the rest of the edge pieces, and you're going to see what I mean by that very shortly. So let's try something out. Alright, what is getting stuck here? What is happening here? Oh, come on, what is the problem here? Oh no, what was I doing? Okay, why? Oh my god, what is happening with this puzzle? Was that a pop? They're being oh god, help me. Why? Please. Just want to solve this thing. Okay. Alright. Where were we? and then down, and then down. Come on, what is stuck? I don't understand. Okay, and then, oh, I need a breather after that. So I'm editing the video now, and I filmed the whole solve. It took me about an hour, which is absolutely absurd because it's just a 4x4 shape mod. But yeah, as I'm sure you can tell, it was not a good experience. Watching it back is incredibly boring, and there's not really any sense of what's going on because I spend most of the time just trying to turn the layers. So I'm actually going to fast forward to the part where I managed to finish the solve, and then I give you some final thoughts, and I'll just save all of us a heck of a lot of time. So let's get to that point in the video. Alright, cheers. Come on, don't do this now. Oh, where was I? This is it. This is, oh, I really thought I'd messed it up then. Oh my, I have no words for that. I have absolutely no words for what has just happened here today. I mean, even just looking at it solved now, we have the curvature of the pyromorphics, and then we have the internal sort of guide rail groove of the 4x4, and they just don't line up. It's like we have the circle here, we have the sort of, I don't know, ellipse gradient of the pyromorphics, and they just don't match. I just don't understand how this puzzle was made. Did nobody check that it would work? They just put it together and decided to sell it? Like, what on earth? Did they think, oh yeah, that looks cool, let's do this fusion piece, and nobody thought to try and solve it? I am genuinely so confused about how this puzzle exists and how it can be sold, because it just is, it's borderline non-functional. And I know that I've just proven that to be incorrect by solving it, but it is so bad, and I just don't, yeah, no words, absolutely no words. Before I get too carried away and just end up rambling and hating on this puzzle, let's take a second to talk about the sponsor of today's video, which is puzzlemaster.ca. I recently became an affiliate of Puzzle Master, which is great for me because it's one of my favourite cubing stores. It has twisty puzzles like this, it has wooden puzzles, metal puzzles, puzzle boxes, 3D printed puzzles. It's just an insane hub of an incredible range of different puzzles, depending on, of course, what your preferences are. There's something for everybody there. I personally would not recommend that you buy this puzzle, however I will link to it in the description below in the event that you do want to check it out, or you can just look at it. I suppose it retails for $35.99, and that is Canadian dollars. I will also leave a link to the store more generally so you can check out its huge range of puzzles and, I don't know, maybe do a bit of shopping, treat yourself, just don't get this one. I can't say I would recommend it, but I would of course recommend Puzzle Master, so go and check them out if you're looking to update your cube collection. Remember though, always recycle your packaging and stay awesome. I will see you guys in the next video. You'll never see this guy again. That's for the best. Let's move on. Alright, see you later. Goodbye.